All right, all right. So welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, LinkedIn, IG, I thank you. Salute to you. Salute to you. If you're listening on the podcast, the ashcashshow.com, then salute to you. Salute to you. Salute to you. Um, Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com to subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you go to ashcashtv.com to watch us live, but then also catch the replays of us as well. If this is your first time, then welcome. If you are returning back, you are part of the family. So, welcome to the family. My Mind Right Moguls in the building. Um, the format of the show: first segment, we give an inspirational word of the day. Then segment number two, we go over all of the financial questions, or I'm sorry, financial news, and then we end it with the financial questions that you may have. If you have any questions, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, LinkedIn, make sure that you put your questions in the comment box. If you are watching on IG, please put your questions in the question box. I promise you, I'm gonna get to all the questions today, because like for the last 2 days, right? Because what's today? Wednesday. So the last 2 days we've been going off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Wealth builders. Salute to the Ashley Fox, my guy Rob. You know what I'm saying? At Amplify. You know what I'm saying? Wealth builders in the building. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? My Mind Right Money Moguls. Kiss Ravlin in the building. What up, my G? 1 year ago, we were with our gold World of Money Moguls. Facts to that. Yeah, were right? Yeah, last year. This is the first year. This is the first time in, what is it? First time in, I want to say 6 years. Wait, 2020? Yeah, first time in 6 years. So every summer I would go to New York, or I would live in New York, but every summer I would teach the kids at World of Money. So I was the Rising Moguls teacher. So I would teach the 10 to 12-year-olds, and then COVID. So this is the first year in six years. My guy M3 in the building, the big homie, the little big homie, because I'm a little bigger than him, but you know what I'm saying. Still, that's the OG right there. That's my OG. You know what I'm saying? Always, you know what I mean? Always show respect. You know what I'm saying? Fast shout to my connect. I'll never mention your name with all due respect. You know what I mean? Got M3 though. You know what I'm saying? That's my OG right there. Good morning. All right, so today we're gonna talk about our sort of inspirational word of the day. Is gonna come out of The Secret. So I just posted this on my IG. So if you're not following me on IG, meaning my YouTube folks, please go to my Instagram. I am Ash Cash. But I just posted this video from the movie The Secret. So The Secret. So oddly enough, I was always. Don't forget to change your avatar. Let's talk about avatars. I don't know. Talk more about that, Miss Moan. But oddly enough, with The Secret, The Secret came out in 2006. So if nobody ever saw the Secret, it simplified the concept of your thoughts becoming things, right? And it's funny because prior to 2006, I always knew it intuitively, because it's just my nature to always try different things out, right? So it's always in my nature to like try different things out, always figuring things out. Like I'm always trying to see like cause and effect. Like that's why I always love like money. I always love business. I always love math. Like I'm a sort of like a problem solver in my head. Like that, I'm just naturally that way. So if there's a problem, I don't really focus on the problem so much. I always focus on the solution. Like, what's the solution? Like, how can I get to a better space? You know what I'm saying? Or how can I fix it? It's not even me about being in a better space. If somebody complains about something, I always be like, all right, so how do we fix it? Like I've always been the how do we fix it guy. Like I remember, like I said, the reason why I packed bags when I was 8 years old was because I remember, going home and my mom talking about how there wasn't enough money, to feed, the family, and she didn't make enough money, and she was working so hard and all this stuff. And so I was like, at eight, I was like, yo, that's the problem. How do we fix it? What's the solution? And so I would always like figure things out. I would look at things and I would be like, all right, that's what it is right there. I'll go to the supermarket with her and I'll see a young kid, packing bags and people giving them dollars, and I'm always paying attention and always watching stuff. And that's why I was like, oh, I could do that. And then I started packing bags, so that's always my thing. But when in 2006, when Rhonda Burns came out with The Secret, it kind of like put it in words. Like I never like heard of like law of attraction. Like I never, you know what I'm saying? Like I never heard of that, So in 2006, I was like, oh, like there was a name for what I was already doing, because I already knew how to attract things. I already knew that whatever I put my focus on, I was going to get, both positive and negative. I knew this already intuitively based on, me always looking at things. And so, and I posted this today, right? And it says, the most effective way to attract anything in your life is to feel the feeling now. And that has been the story of my life. That has been the story of anybody who's ever successfully, here's the funny thing. Everybody has successfully practiced the law of attraction, whether you know it or not, right? Everyone, right? Every single person has successfully practice the law of attraction, whether you know it or not. Like the law of attraction does not need your assistance. Funny enough, it's going to work regardless. Whether you know about it, whether you don't know about it, it's going to work regardless. And it is your awareness of it that allows you to be aware and to control and to get actually what you actually want, right? So for instance, if you have something positive happening in your life and you focus on that positive thing, then you will attract more of that positive thing. Whether you agree with the law of attraction, whether you know the law of attraction, whether you see the law of attraction, whatever it is, you will actually bring that to fruition. If if a thing that you don't want, and you focus on that thing that you don't want, whether you know the law of attraction or you don't know the law of attraction, that's the thing that you're going to get. But here's the deeper thing about the law of attraction. The deeper thing about the law of attraction is that you actually get what you feel, right? And the reason why that's more imperative than anything else is because you cannot attract what you're not feeling. And so if you don't feel abundant right now, then you will not be able to attract abundance. I'm going to say that again. If you do not feel abundant right now, then you cannot attract abundance. That's just how it is, period. If you feel poor, but you're working on being abundant, you will always be poor. I promise you that. Because if you feel sick and you want to be healthy, but all you do is feel sick, then you're going to stay sick. You're not going to get healthier. Snapple facts, whether you know the law or not, that's just how it works. The moment you start feeling better is when you have the awareness of feeling better, right? When you start to feel aware, right? Your awareness is what's important. And so, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna make it really plain, right? That, a lot of the things that I've wanted in my life, they did not become real until I started to feel the feeling prior to it happening. And I'll give you an example. I'm gonna give you two examples. I'll give you an example of me being in corporate America, and then I'll give you an example as an entrepreneur, right? And so, being in corporate America, I remember that I was, I was working as a banker. I was one of the top. I was one of the top bankers. I was, doing my thing. And I would always see my branch manager, Michael Black. Salute to Michael Black. I would always see my branch manager, black dude, running a multi-level branch in Madison Square Garden, he was Jamaican. He had the swag. Like, I was like, yo, this dude is, like the man, right? And I'm gonna get back to that, right? So CJ Katinde says, I'm working on feeling like a multimillionaire. Then you're doing it wrong. If you're working on it, that's wrong. You got to feel like it right now. But I'm gonna get to that. So I was watching this dude. I was watching him, and I would envision myself as the branch manager, right? Like I would look at how he moved, and I would like literally envision myself as the branch manager. And anybody who, I don't know if anybody who remembers me from back in the day knows this or can remember now. Think about it now, right? I was 19, 20 years old, right? Think about it now. But I would watch this dude all the time, right? Exactly, Grace. I'm already a millionaire. The check is on the way. Big facts, right? So I would watch this dude, and I would be like, all right, yo, his swag is there, So I would literally try to begin to be like him because that's where I wanted to be. I took joy. It was my first time seeing a black man who looked like me in charge, right? Like running, like telling people what to do. Like that was the first time I saw it, right? So now I'm like, I bet. Now I started to act like him though, as a teller. I started to act like him. All the tellers, nobody wore suit jackets. I was buying suits. I was walking around. Yo, it was to the point that the tellers would envy me. The tellers would look at me like, yo, who do you think you are, bro? Yo, sit your ass back in this teller booth. Do not, like, why are you out all the time talking to customers, doing all this thing? Like, who do you think you are? I legit would get that all the time. Well, luckily for me, that didn't really matter because I was always acting like I was Michael Black, right? And people used to try to knock me for it. They used to hate on me. But I didn't focus on that, right? Because they was like, yo, who did this little teller, who does he think he is, right? Long story short, time after time, people started noticing. I got a promotion in 8 months, right? So now this act of me trying to be the boss, I started to I got promoted to customer service. And shortly after, I got promoted to being a banker. Shortly after, I became Michael Black and probably exceeded that because, I did maybe like 5 new branches. So now my vision started to increase. And I started looking at different people until my vision switched. Same thing as an entrepreneur, right? When I became an entrepreneur, I'm going to tell y'all, the first time I did it, I was literally around new entrepreneurs. So I tell people, if you're a new entrepreneur, get away from new entrepreneurs, right? When I first became an entrepreneur, I was around new entrepreneurs. And so because I was around new entrepreneurs, what they doing? They struggling. And so everybody, right? Everybody that I was around was telling me their struggle story. And so because they were telling me their struggle story, I created my struggle story. Like I was like, yo, this is just the way it is. If you're a new entrepreneur, you have to struggle because that's just the way it is. I kept listening to these things that 90% of businesses fail within the first 5 years and all this stuff. And so I agreed with that struggle story. I put that struggle story in my consciousness, and that became my reality. It wasn't until I started, so now that's one reality, right? People are like struggling and all that stuff, and I'm like, I gotta be a struggling entrepreneur, which is why, almost went through foreclosure, almost got my car repoed, had to go back to work, right? All that stuff happened around that time because I was around people who with the struggle story. It wasn't until I started to be around people who were winning, right? Grace the DJ said, you want to win, hang around with winners. So you're right. So you will win. And that's a fact. I promise you. I started to be around people that were winning. And those conversations weren't even happening actually. Like the struggle conversations weren't even happening. And even if the current, like, and I'm doing quotes, right? Even if the current situation wasn't ideal, they never talked about it. They never talked about struggle. They always talked about what I was doing in the past was what's the solution. So they were so focused so much on the solution that the solution will happen. Period. Right? And so as I started being around winners, I actually felt that I was a winner. And then when I felt like I was a winner, I started winning. And winning at a level that I've never won before. Right? I started winning at a level that I never won before. Like some of the things that the people that I was around, it was crazy to me. And so let's fast forward, right? Fast forward to what my inspirational word of the day is you have to feel the feeling, right, before you actually get it. The most effective way to attract anything in your life is to feel the feeling now, right? And so that's why AJ was saying, yo, I'm working on feeling like a multimillionaire. That is not the way to do it, right? You have to feel like a millionaire. And what does it take to feel like a millionaire? You have to figure that piece out of it, right? You have to get to a space where you are feeling like a millionaire. And maybe I'll do this challenge, right? There was this challenge that the First Lady and I did that was called this Prosperity Challenge. And it was Iana who posted it, but I think I could post it as well. And maybe I'll do this challenge, right? And so for 40 days, you start off with $64, right? And for 40 days, every single day, your money doubles. And you have to spend this money, right? You have to spend this money, but you can't pay bills with it. You have to spend it in different ways, right? And so every single day you start with $64, then the next day it's $124, but it starts to increase. I think the last one was like $33 million or something like that, right? Like you actually have to spend it, but you have to give 10% to what inspires you, and like literally, right? Literally, you get into this feeling, right? You get into this feeling of like, yo, you really have to think about, yo, if I had $1 million, what would I spend that $1 million on, right? And it gives you this feeling of abundance, like your subconscious doesn't know the difference between you playing a game and you actually doing it for real. And when I say that you literally have to, you have to write these things out. You have to research it. You have to know how much it costs with tax, all of that stuff. So you have to get into the feeling of what that feels like, right? And so doing that makes you feel like a winner, right? Now you start to really understand, because you can't wait till you have $1 million to know what it feels like to spend $1 million. Like, I've spent multi-million dollars multiple times, or I've circulated it, not spent it, right? I've circulated multi-millions of dollars many times. So when Chase Bank finally gets my money, I already like, I don't even need to think about how I'm gonna circulate multi-millions of dollars, because I've done it over and over and over again. And so that feeling, I'm not working on learning how to be a multimillionaire. I already know what it feels like, because I've done it over and over and over again. And it's almost like I'm tricking my subconscious. Like, my subconscious doesn't know the difference. And so if my subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's in the brain and what's actually happening in this universe, then it's eventually it's gonna bound to happen. That's what happens with everything, right? And so you have to feel a feeling now. Whatever feeling you want, you got to feel it now. Whatever life you want, you got to feel it now. Whatever love you want, you got to feel it now. Whatever you want your family life to be like, you got to feel it now, right? You have to feel it now. Like, I promise you, tomorrow, I get a deposit of $10 million into my account. I've circulated 10 million, and the reason why I'm not saying spent, because anything you spend, you get rid of it and it never comes back. So I don't spend money. I circulate money. Right? I circulate my money. And so if I was able to get $10 million tomorrow, I get a deposit of $10 million tomorrow, I've circulated $100 million already in my lifetime. I've circulated, so I know what it feels like. And so a couple of things that's going to do, right? And a couple of things it's going to do. I call this the Paycheck Syndrome, right? A couple of things that this is going to do is that when the actual $10 million comes, I'm not acting all shocked and surprised that I got the $10 million. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe it, because that is an energy too, right? That's an energy. Like, so I call this paycheck. I call this the Paycheck Syndrome, right? And this is why I call it the Paycheck Syndrome. If you work 40 hours, right? So anybody who's ever had a 9 to 5, right? If you work 40 hours, and at the end of the 40 hours, you get a check, do you say, oh my God, I can't believe I got this check. Oh my God, I can't believe it. No, you don't say that, because you put in the work. You work for it. You deserve this money that you work for. They owe you. In fact, sometimes you get that direct deposit, you're like, damn, that's all? I want more. Right? Because you work for it. You don't act surprised. You don't act like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Right? But what happens? Somebody, starts a business, and somebody buys your book, or somebody does this thing, and you celebrating. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh my God, I can't believe I got this deposit. Oh my God, right? That's an energy. You are subconsciously telling the universe that you can't believe that the universe has blessed you. And it's not being ungrateful, because I used to think that. I used to think that if I got a blessing, right, that if I didn't act excited about the blessing, then I'm not being grateful. But no, right? The reason why I'm excited about it is because I probably didn't believe I could have it. Right? I got to a space where I was thinking this thing is too good to be true. Right? So the first time you make $1,000 in a day, right? The first time you make $1,000 in a day, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I made $1,000. Okay, so energy was, the energy is like, okay, you know what I mean? You don't believe you made $1,000, then so I'm gonna throw all these bills at you so we could get rid of that $1,000. Okay. Let me let an emergency happen. Let me let you drive your car. An emergency happens so that $1,000 washes out. It happens all the time. I'm telling you facts. I'm talking about, like, there's been times in my life that there's been blessings that happen to me, and because it happened so fast, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody just paid me $10,000, and guess what? A $10,000 accident happens. Like right at that moment, because I'm acting all like, oh my God. And if something happens that washes it out, because I'm not in energetic alignment. I am not in energetic alignment with my abundance. And so I promise you, stop acting like these things that are yours, right? Abundance is your birthright. Stop acting like these things that are yours are some miracle. Miracles happen every day, B. In my Harlem voice. Jay Black in the building. What up, my G? In my Harlem voice. Miracles happen every day, B. You know what I'm saying? And so I expect miracles now. I expect them, right? And so the moment I get that $10 million deposit, I ain't gonna be like, oh my God, I can't. No. All right, good looking. Good looking, G-O-D. Good looking, G-O-D. Thank you, G-O-D. Good looking. Right? Because at the end of the day, I've circulated 10 million. Easy. I've circulated 100 million. Easy. So I already know. I got it written. I got it written. I could tell you how we gonna circulate this bread, right? And so you got like that. You gotta feel it like it's real, right? You want let me tell you something, right? You want the big house? Go visit the big house. Go visit it. Go shop around, right? The first lady will tell you, but like we live in a decent sized house. Before we did that though, we would go and look at houses. Like we would go and like look at houses that we couldn't, technically afford, but we could afford it because the universe is abundant. Right? You want a luxury car, then know what it feels like to have that luxury car. You wouldn't even gotta rent it. Go to Turo, go to Turo, go to that app where they rent you luxury cars. You want to know what it feels like to be in a Bentley? Go rent a Bentley and get the feeling of it. Don't talk to nobody about it either though, because they're gonna talk you out of it. They're gonna tell you it's BS. I promise you it works. You want a Bentley? Go test drive a Bentley. You want a big house? Go visit a big house. Go find friends that have big houses. Become a real estate agent and go start showing people big houses in $1 million areas. Whatever it takes. Right? Feel the feeling though. Go through the process. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a question before. Somebody asked, what if you're not around people who aren't winning? Then make them up. Make it up. Make it up. Watch, you know what I'm saying? Willie Ace, what up, my G? Ace in the building. You know what I'm saying? My Harlem people in the building, salute. You know what I'm saying? Like make it up. Be a like you don't even have to legitly know these people for you to be inspired by them. Right? Honestly, I have a lot of friends that make $100,000 a month. I have a lot of friends that I could call personally that make $100,000 a month. And I celebrate their wins all the time. Right? Like, I don't want to be around nobody with broke energy, period. I don't care what you have in your bank account, because I don't ask people what's in their bank account. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hang around with people with broke mindset. If you want to talk about your problems all day, then I ain't your guy. Peace. One. I can't rock with you. Right? Brax Rich, right? Think and Grow Rich. So that's actually where I got that from. Think and Grow Rich, right? So Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about this. Napoleon Hill talks about creating a mastermind. And in the mastermind, right, he created his council. Yo, you know how many conversations I had with Jay-Z? You know how many conversations I had with Oprah and what's my guy name? My brain is Robert Smith. You know how many conversations I had with them? Like, I have conversations with them all the time. All the time. All the time I have conversations with them. Right? And so when I have dinner with Jay one day, I ain't gonna be starstruck. Because I've spoken to him many times before, right? When I shake certain people's hands, I ain't gonna be starstruck. And to be honest, like, when you get to that space, you know what I'm trying to say? Like you have to be around winners. If you can't do it physically, you do it mentally. I used to think I was crazy because I used to like have conversations in the car by myself. Yo, I swear, that's why I love like The Secret, Think and Grow Rich, and all that stuff. When I got aware of that, I was like, y'all crazy, cause y'all not using y'all energy right. Yo, I got relationships with people. I've met people that were only in my mind, and now I could text them and call them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about a feeling. The feeling gets the thing. Period. The feeling gets the thing. There are those who think they can and those who think they can't, and they're both right. I promise you. Right? I promise you, like, anytime, if I want to really meet somebody, or if I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have conversations with people. I already know, like, what the introduction is going to look like. So I don't fumble the first time. I promise you that. I do not fumble. Even when I know I'm about to meet somebody, I never fumble, because I've already had the conversation. I already talked to them. I know their personality. You know what I'm saying? It's all mindset. And so I just want to address that. Like, really, even if you don't have a winning circle, create one. And sometimes elevation is going to require separation. Do not settle. Do not settle. If all you got is negative people in your life and you got to cut everybody off, then cut everybody off. And have friends in your mind. Because if you are around broke mindset people, you will only have a broke mindset. I promise you. Anytime that all people want to talk about is, we all got problems. Even multimillionaires got problems. They don't talk about those. We all got problems. Nobody lives their perfect ideal life. Right? Nobody has nobody's life is perfect 100%. I got issues. But who cares? Right? Course of miracle. You know what I mean? Like nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. My problems are not real. And you know why they're not real? Because I don't give them any attention. I starve them. You know what I'm saying? I starve my problems. I don't give it no. I turn my back. Part of my back, fam. I turn my back to it. I turn my back to problems. Part of my back, fam. You know what I'm saying? And so we all got them. I'm pretty sure if I look at them, I'll amplify them. But I'm good. I promise you I'm good. I only focus on what I want. I only focus on what I want. Because nothing real can be threatened. Nothing real exists. And so I'm only looking at the things that I want. And as I look at those things that I want, I amplify those things so much that those problems don't even matter. They become so small that it's like that if I even turned around and look at it, it'd be like, yo, why you stopping to pick up pennies when you got $1 in front of you? Right? If you're walking in the street and there's a penny behind you and there's $1 up front, why wouldn't you keep walking and pick up the $1? Why would you even turn around and look at this penny? The penny doesn't even matter. Why would you even do that? What's the point of that? You wasted your time turning around trying to pick up this penny. Who cares about the penny? Let the penny go. Because you're going to lose $1 over a penny? You know what I'm saying? And so we all got problems. I promise you. Oprah got problems. Jay-Z got problems. Everybody got problems. But what are you focusing on? Where are you giving your energy to? Right? And as you're giving your energy to these things, right, what are you allowing in your life? What are you allowing in your life? Man, I went off. But this had to be said. This had to be said. So I'm not even gonna do news today. About my fault. I'll post it on my website, mindrightmoney.com. I'll post the news on my website. I'm not even gonna do news today. Yo, Joe Esco, my fault, bro. My guy Joe Esco puts the news together, and I don't wanna, you know what I mean? I don't wanna, ish on his work, but I gotta follow my spirit, and my spirit said this needed to be said. My spirit said this needed to be said. More important than the news. More important than coronavirus and stocks and all that. This right here change your whole life. I promise you. I promise you this will change your whole life. I promise you if you start feeling it now, don't wait. If then that, don't wait. I promise you if you start feeling abundant, you'll get abundance. I promise you that. That's on everything. I promise you. You will get what you feel. Period. I promise you, if you got to start from scratch, if you got to cut everybody off. And here's the funny thing about cutting people off too, is that once you cut people off and your consciousness rises, whoever's consciousness rises too, y'all be back together anyway. That's the truth of it. You can't never cut off what's in energetic alignment with you. Never. You could never cut off what's in energetic alignment with you. Meaning that if you're at this level and you're around broke-minded people, it's because you're in energetic alignment with broke people. If you start to raise your consciousness to be abundant, you're now going to be around people who are abundant. If any of the people that you were rocking with start to have a abundance mindset, they will meet you where you are. Stop trying to meet people where they at and get them to meet you where you are. Why I want to stay down here? Why I want to stay down here? No, I want to go up here. So I'm gonna raise my vibration up here, and if you rock with me, then follow my lead and raise your vibration too, so we can rock with each other. Let's do that, right? And so I promise you, like you could never get like the people that you lose on your journey to abundance they weren't supposed to be with you. Period. Right? Think about it. Think about let's think about a television, for instance, right? You're not watching Seinfeld on Netflix. You can't. You cannot watch Seinfeld on Netflix. And you might say, what the hell am I talking about? If I want to watch Seinfeld, right? The show, Jerry Seinfeld. If I want to watch Seinfeld, the only place is either they plan it on a rerun or I got to get Hulu. Right? Because Hulu is the one that carries Seinfeld. I can't go to Netflix and type in Seinfeld and watch Seinfeld. It's not going to be there. Like, I don't care what I do. There's no way I could watch Seinfeld on Netflix. I have to turn to Hulu. Right? And so it's the same example. If you're negative, then you're going to see the things that are negative. But if you raise your consciousness and you're positive, then that vibration is going to be positive. And so the only things you can see are the positive vibrations, right? It's like, and if that analogy went over your head, I'll give you a different analogy. I'll talk about the radio, right? If you're listening, and fast shout to Abraham Hicks. I got this from Esther and Abraham Hicks, right? If you're listening to the radio, right? If you're listening to the radio, and for my New York folks out there, there's no way, right? If the Breakfast Club is on Power 105, there's no way you can hear Funkmaster Flex on Power 105 because it's a different frequency, right? It's a different frequency. There's no way, Neo Davis, what up, my G? There's no way that you can listen to one frequency on another frequency. You can't. Right? You can't do that. Like there's no way that you can listen to you could have one frequency and listen to it on a different frequency. Whatever's on Hot 97 is on Hot 97. Whatever's on 105 is on 105. It's two different frequencies. And so if you are vibrating on a high frequency, there's no way you could even see or be around wrong frequency. And what happens is if you start to notice those lower vibrations or start to notice those lower frequencies, that's just an indication that you're not vibing right. Yo, step your game up, fam. I promise you, the moment when I started and it happens to this day though. It happens now, right? I'm not vibrating high all the time. There's times where I for whatever reasons, it doesn't even matter. Right? It doesn't even matter why sometimes I go off the grid. But that's a light bulb for me. That's like, yo, Ash, you off the grid, fam. Get back to the center. Right? I gave this example the other day. If you ever drove long distance and you in your car and you driving, as you're driving, if you fall asleep at the wheel or whatever, and you start to go veer left, those things on the side, the things that wake your ass up, right? Those things are to tell you, yo, fam, you drifting, you getting off track. So that's what I use negative energy for. Whenever I have negative energy, whenever I'm around negative people, whenever I got people hating or whatever, I'm like, damn, I'm off track. I need to get back in the middle. Right? I need to figure out, how do I get back in the middle? How do I get to a space of staying straight? All right. I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all, appreciate y'all for letting me let me talk this morning. Let me open up the pulpit this morning. Just in my heart. Sometimes it's in my heart, right? I mean, yes, we could talk about coronavirus all day, but this needs to be said. You got to feel the feeling. You got to feel the feeling. You have to. You have to feel the feeling. You know what I'm saying? You have to. Fast out the Bigger Dream. Bigger Dream at work. Sneaking, watching them live. Salute. All right. Style Lewis says, hearing the same thing from you sounds different. You are the person to give this message. Abraham is for selective few. Great job. Nah, salute. Style Lewis, that means a lot, man. I appreciate you. CJ says, where can I find the Abundance Challenge? I have to find it. I mean, I could post it. So just tap in tomorrow. I'll shoot a video real quick and I'll post it so y'all can see it. You can heal your body too with this. Facts. Oh, so fast shout to Corinne Styles, the homie Corinne Styles. She says you can heal the body too with this mentality. That's a fact. It's all about awareness. This works for everything. There's no exclusion to this. This works for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big fact. That's a big fact. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll open it up because I won't do any news today. But I'll open it up for any questions. If y'all got any questions, please ask away. I think we got like 10 minutes, maybe 14 minutes. Wall Street Philippe says the biology of belief. Yo, salute to everybody on the check-in. My guy Eric Pimentel on the check-in. Stacy Ray on the check-in on Facebook. Guy Jazzy Rainey on Facebook. Big sis Janine Stewart on Facebook. Jody Stewart. Salute. Nadir Sterling. Jamie Jordan. Appreciate you. We got Oasis 718 on YouTube checking in. You know what I'm saying? So anybody has any questions, please. I just had surgery, doing it now. Mental energy. Salute. Congrats, Corinne. You know what I'm saying? Mental energy. Congrats. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the other thing, though, too. Like, a lot of times people be like, yo, sorry for your loss or speedy recovery. Like, nah, I'm talking like you already healed. So congrats on your healing. You know what I'm saying? Congrats on that. That's it. Congrats. You know what I mean? AUE Locks. Great message. Thank you. Nah, salute. Yo, M3, love you, bro. See you later, fam. Love you, B. Young faces smiling. I appreciate you. Yeah, I used to be afraid of the beard, but I you know what I'm saying? Like, I get the fresh baldy with the beard. I think I liking this, B. You know what I mean? Can I get a slot on the show? Nah, salute, Jay Black. Let's do it, man. DM me, because I do shows on in the afternoon. I mean, on Saturdays. I do one-on-ones, B. So let's talk about it. Let's see what you trying to do. Let's see what we trying to do. Jorkey says, thank you for this. First time here. Love the energy. A lot of energies. Nah, I appreciate you. Like, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only know how to be me. And I don't waste my time. If I'm not passionate about something, I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And so I make sure that you know what I'm saying? Like, I give my all to anything. You look older. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, though, because before, with the beard, I was trying to look younger, honestly. That's why I would cut it off. I used to cut it off all the time because I was still trying to look like I'm in my 20s. But 2020 made me realize, yo, it's a blessing. I ain't hiding. I ain't 40 yet, but I'm knocking on his door. You know what I'm saying? You know? Cleaning for You says, Oprah picks up pennies she sees. I love pennies. They add up. And after she deposited those pennies, she gathered $214. She found $1.51. Yeah. I don't pick up pennies. Here's the analogy, though. I don't pick up pennies if there's $1 in front of me. So if I gotta choose between picking up a penny and picking up $1, I'm picking up the $1 every time. But if I don't have a choice but to pick up a penny, then I'm picking up the penny. Does that make sense? Right? So the analogy of the penny was about what energy are you focusing on. So let's not lose the I mean, let's not lose the forest for the tree. The energy of if I got a choice to turn back and pick up a penny or move forward and pick up the dollar, I'll pick up the dollar every time. If ain't no dollar in front of me and I know the pennies behind me, then absolutely. I'm not giving that up. You know what I'm saying? Because those pennies add up. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I needed this reminder today. Now, salute. ST Winky Zados. Salute. Thank you. New look on everything. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Demi, the baddie, Demi. My Haitian sister in the building. Cash, how do you keep from getting overwhelmed by our current times? I turn my back to it, honestly, Demi. I turn my back to the current times, and I lean on God. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a great question, right? Because what happens is, I mean, the Lord doesn't lie. The law is you can't trick the law, Demi. You get what you focus on, period. And so again, right? I said, right, if you focus on injustice, then all you're gonna get is injustice, and you're gonna get frustrated by injustice. If you focus on freedom, if you focus on justice, then that's what you're gonna see, right? So I turn my back to it. Does that mean I'm acting like it doesn't matter? No, I'm being conscious of what I put in my consciousness, right? Because there are two stories, though, right? It isn't that justice doesn't exist. Yo, there is injustice. But I personally do not believe that, focusing on injustice is what's going to solve the problem. I don't believe that. So I don't give my energy to it. Andre Hatchett, what up, Andre? My guy Dre Hatchett in the building. Yo, thank you, bro. Purchasing some books, you know what I'm saying? Like supporting the biz. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that focusing on the problem solves the problem. So I focus on solutions. That's why I wake up and do this every day. Because I know for a fact that if we knew the power of the mind first, and we had economic power, and we understood that abundance is our birthright, we wouldn't be fighting these fights, right? Because think about it. I talk about symbolism all the time. I don't care about you're painting the floor, yo. Yo, I don't care about you painting the floor. Black Lives Matter. That don't matter to me. To be honest, right? That don't matter to me. What money are you putting into the community? How are we becoming self-sufficient? Right? Like what jobs are you creating? Are you giving us access to capital? If you ain't doing none of those things, I don't care. I don't care about no monument. Like my family and I go to Stone Mountain all the time, and we ride bikes around Confederate statues. I don't care about that. What I care about that for? What I care about that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, touch one of mine or everything on earth, I would destroy everything you touch. So I don't focus on these things. No. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. I ain't no victim. I promise you. I got my Harlem guys on the check-in. We from Harlem, B. You know what we survived out here? Y'all from St. Nick Projects. You know what I survived out here? You crazy? Are you dumb? Like, are you crazy? Like, I ain't no victim, so I don't focus on victim stuff. And if we all had the collective energy of understanding, like, yo, we ain't no victims out here. I don't need your pity. I do not need your pity. Because I know my God, though. You understand what I'm saying? I know my God first and foremost. And so these times don't do nothing to me. Because I know my God. I know who's in charge. So I remind myself all the time. And, right, I'm going to take it deeper for you, though, Demi. I don't care what you read. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah. We are made in the image and likeness of God. So if God is all-seeing and all-knowing, then I'm God then. Right? Not God with a capital G, but I'm lower G God. And so everything is working for my greater good. Like everything. Yo, I mean, some people might not want to hear this, but COVID-19 was a blessing. Right? Like let's get this negative energy out. Let's get all this injustice out, but let's keep our neck on the solution. You know what I'm saying? And so if we focus, if we understand God and we understand the solution, then that's what we're going to get. You know what I'm saying? More wine for you, says Levert in the building. Salute to that. Doc Rivers, the energy is unmatched. Thank you for speaking life in abundance. Wow, you a baby, Ash Cash. You act like an OG. Nah, yo, that's a fact though. I got an old soul. I ain't 40 yet. I'm still in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I'm still in my 30s. I ain't even knock on 40 door yet. 40 club. It soon come though. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? What a great way to start the day. This is Bass Moreno. What's up, my G? It was good. Lean on God. That's a fact. You got to plugged in. I'm telling you, if you do that, you good. Yo, Demi, I love you, Demi. My Haitian sister in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Turn your back to it. I ain't no victim. I promise you that. Yo, Demi, and you got that warrior spirit in you, too. And you got that warrior spirit. Mackendall, Duddy Bookman, Dessalines, Tucson. You know what I'm saying? You got that warrior spirit. We ain't no victims out here. You bugging. I'm not saying you bugging, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got that warrior spirit. Like, I ain't no victim. You know what I'm saying? It seems he means the penny is symbolic to making the right choices on your path. Nah, absolutely. Let's see. Big facts changed these laws. Drop money in these communities. Exactly. Red line, everything. Right? Where's that book? Color of Law. The Color of Law. I tell you, like, don't act dumb now, you United States. Y'all did this. Like this is history. I didn't make this stuff up. This is stuff that was in the books. Like I didn't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Pay me in equity. Exactly. Pay me in equity. Say word. I knew you looked familiar. Blair Underwood, what up? Underhood, what up? What's good? Ain't none of that putting money in our pockets. That's a fact. Harlem for the win. Unbelievable what we went through in Harlem. Now, that's a fact. Like, man, we survived. Yo, in Harlem, man. So I grew up in the 90s, though. If you got, every summer we pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, God willing, I reached the sunny side of 25. Like, that's what we was doing. Yo, if we made it past the summer, that was we celebrated at the end of the summer. If you made it past the summer, you was like, come on, B. Like, this is not, I promise you, this is nothing. This is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is nothing. Facts. Love it. I appreciate you, brother. Nah, salute to you, Queen. Zero distractions. COVID birthed a lot of millionaires, and it will continue to if you keep your eyes on the prize. You'll continue. You know what I'm saying? Like Great Depression, 1929, great, 9/11, great. All these things birth millionaires if you're looking in the right space. You know what I'm saying? Loving the energy. Salute. All right. They about to kick me out soon. Keep dropping knowledge bombs. See you at the top. Salute, Cash May. Salute, my G. Warrior spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I got a warrior spirit, period. Check out my swag, yo. Check the way I wear it. I walk like a ball player. No matter where you are who you are, player. And you could try to change, but that's just the top layer, fam. You was who you was when you got here, right? You was who you was when you got here. God made you abundant. It's them people that tried to take that away from you. They try to take away your God self. You was who you was when you got here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be us. We just got to see us. Inshallah. You know what I'm saying? You're a real one. Much respect, man. Just purchased your daughter's book for my daughter. Salute. Salute, Harris Marquez. Salute, I appreciate you. God is the only one in control. That's a fact. Like, I'm not worried at all. Like, I believe everything happens for the greater good. Everything is God's will. Everything, no. Do you understand that? God is in charge. You can't put evil people in charge. God created evil people, no? God created that. Because everybody got free will. So I know my power. Let's use our power the same way. You know what I'm saying? All right. Where we at? Appreciate the time you share, knowledge. Salute to everybody on the check-in. I appreciate y'all. Yo, Mailbox Money Academy. Make sure y'all check that out. Mailbox Money Academy. If you applied, please be on the lookout for a response. If not, please check out Mailbox Money Academy. We're trying to create 6 figures in 6 months. If you got the right energy, though, and I'm telling you, if you don't got the right energy, don't tap in. Don't tune in. Because we going in. You know what I'm saying? God is in charge. All right, they about to kick me out. Thanks, Ash, for sharing your high energy with us this morning. Much respect. Salute, salute, salute. All right, so, yo, I'm out because they about to kick me out. You know, fast shout out to everybody on the check-in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for letting me in y'all household, being part of that journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, let's just stay focused. Feel the feeling right now. Feel the feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? Number one tax shop says, how much is it? If you got to ask, then you can't afford it. Right? And I'm only looking for the right energy. You apply for it first. If you apply, then you get a response. And because I don't even want to talk price until you get past the first round. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in. Make sure you go to ashcastshow.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcasttv.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place.